Distorted View Daily proudly presents Frankie McDonald singing Peaches.
Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, I'm gonna eat me lots of peaches. I'm moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. Peaches come from a can, where they're put there by a man. In a factory downtown. If I had my little way, I eat peaches every day. Some soaking punches in the shade. Moving to the country, I'm gonna eat lots of peaches. Moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. I took a little nap where the rose all twist. Squash a rotten peach in my fist and drink a bowl, you woman. I poke my finger and easily make a little room for it. Why? Nature's candy in my hand, I can't aura pie. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Look out!
Hey, freaks, it's Monday, June 3rd, 2019. Coming up on the program today, being an emotional crybaby over the N-word. Plus, I grope little girls on the subway, and all I got was this lousy sticker. A painful breakfast banger in the mouth, and grass-mowed dick artwork. All coming up today.
The guy, he's into dirty underwear or something. I don't know. He's a sniff freak.
Are you on the internet? Isn't that for techno geeks with spreadsheets?
My doctor wants to dilate my asshole to the size of a fucking coconut.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
All right, Tim Henson back here with you, starting off a new week of programs. Real quick at the top of the show, got to say thanks to Mr. Biggs, host of Ask Mr. Biggs, the advice podcast. He's also a member of our Discord, where he posted that bitchin' Frankie McDonald Peaches cover. That's right, Frankie McDonald is not only the world's best, most retarded weatherman, he's also now our most retarded Linda Finkel Hall of Fame nominee. So congratulations, Frankie McDonald. We haven't featured Frankie recently on the podcast. You know, I have never apologized for anything I've said on the show because it's a fucking joke. It's all just dumb, right? There's nothing for me to apologize for. But I do feel bad about one thing. A couple years ago, remember I did that interview with Frank Magazine, which is a Canadian magazine. There's several editions, I guess, and one of the editions is published near where Frankie McDonald lives, and they were doing a story. A writer called me up or emailed me and said, hey, we want to do a story about you. You talk a lot about Frankie McDonald on your show. I think the writer at the time was a listener of the program, so I felt kind of comfortable in being an asshole. So I really ratcheted up my dick persona. Because, this is all just an act. I'm a sweetheart in real life. But, I was excited. Like, ooh, here's a magazine. I know nothing of it, by the way. I've never heard of Frank Magazine. But they want to do a story on me. So I really was kind of mean to Frankie, which I don't have a problem with. The thing I feel bad about is that Frankie was on the cover of the magazine, and you know how excited he gets when he's on TV or featured in shit. So I'm sure he bought a copy of the magazine, or his parents bought a copy. Like, I'm going to be in Frank Magazine. Yeah, I can't wait to read the story, or have someone read it to me. I don't know if he can read. And then Frankie reads the first line in the article is, when I heard American podcaster Tim Henson declare on his award-winning comedy program Distorted View that it was time to, quote, turn it over to our retarded weather desk, I had two thoughts. One, gee, I really hope they don't have the internet in Cape Breton. Two, I better call this fellow and have a little chat with him. I then proceed to call Frankie McDonald a retard and tard multiple times, which, most people think is offensive, and I hope Frankie didn't read it. These things are funny when I do it behind your back. My problem with Frankie has always been that he's a media whore. He loves to be on TV and stuff, and he's getting on TV for being a weatherman, but he's really just regurgitating what he hears on the Weather Channel or something, or the local news. It's the meteorologist version of stolen valor, and these stupid weathermen on local news, they have Frankie come on. Ultimately, I'm just jealous. I mean, in the article, I come off as a dick, which is kind of what I was going for, but there are some nice quotes. Tim's built up over 1,400 episodes, that number's wrong, since he started the show in 2004. Amazingly, over all that time, the program has grown more insane and perverse, meeting little to no resistance and a surprisingly large amount of positive, if weird, feedback. Hey, you freaks were mentioned! Thank you for being so cool with me being an asshole. Well, the best part is they use really good pictures of me, from like 2006 or 2007, when I was at my best. Oh, I look nothing like that now, which is kind of good, right? Because if there's someone who read this article and was pissed off and wanted to gun me down, they couldn't find me if they wanted to. I'd just be like, hey, hold that picture up next to me. Do I look anything like that? No? Okay. You got the wrong idiot. Anyway, again, thank you, Mr. Biggs, for that. I will post a link on the show notes today to Mr. Biggs' website so you can check out Ask Mr. Biggs. All right, let's get into some audio now. I've got a Utard update for you. This is a relatively new find. Do you remember that guy who called the cops, and then when the cops came to his house, he wanted them to just go away?
Because I was involved in a motorcycle accident, you're trying to kill me, and that's the truth, and I'm asking you to leave.
So you called the police and you want us to leave?
I want you to leave.
Okay. Then why'd you leave?
Then what?
Why'd you call?
Because these people are violating my rights because they have no right to be here, and I'm asking them to leave.
Okay, so you're not going to open the door and talk to me?
No.
Okay.
What did you want the cops to do exactly? Also, I don't think there's anyone at his house. It's just him. This is also the guy who thinks Hollywood is out to get him.
Hollywood just sent the police up here to murder me, and I'm in my room, and they've been gassing me and beating me and threatening me.
Again, no one is in that room with him. Well, he's been away for a couple months. He just posted a new video today, though. He's actually out of the house, which is good. That's healthy. Go on a walk. He's actually following people around, accusing them of smoking crack.
Look, level 5 freebase. Look, you can see it in his arms. He uses crack.
He's filming like two young guys. They seem pretty fit. And I don't know, is he insinuating that these guys are shooting up crack cocaine in their arms? Because I don't see any marks or anything.
You can see it in his arms. He uses crack. That's what I'm saying, the crackheads. I get their videos and put them online. Look, these are junkies.
They're the two guys. One's holding a bag. It's like they're going shopping.
These are people chemically weapon assault people.
One is wearing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt. The other is wearing a NASA shirt.
You like NASA, dude? Nice teeth. Been smoking rock?
Sorry?
You smoke rock? Nah.
It's like, no.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Got him! Another druggie successfully busted by a deranged schizophrenic. All right, so there's a little update for you. Hey, I was in the Discord, and a couple people, Berserkist and Vladimir Putin, or Putin, sent along this video, and I have to think the reason why they wanted me to see this is because they knew I would get all riled up And sure enough, I watched the whole thing and I was enraged. It is very noble to be upset over racism, especially if you're white. I mean, look, of course black people are going to be upset over racism. It directly affects them. But for us whiteys, we're all just here living the good life. Racism plays a very small part in our day-to-day routine, so empathy is a great quality in human beings, some human beings. That being said, you don't have to be a whiny fucking cunt about it. You should be mad about racism and how people are treated poorly. Don't be a blubbering idiot, especially when you post this yourself, right? He made a video on Facebook talking about racism, so he's patting himself on the back. Look, I'm one of the good ones. I think racism is wrong. Boo-hoo-hoo. Yay me. I'm not a flaming pile of shit like other people. All right, so you got your kudos, by the way. You got your 7,000 hearts and 7,000 shares. So goddamn easy to manipulate people. Let's take a listen to this asshole, Nathan Christopher, with his goddamn stupid shirtless profile picture. He's a social media whore.
I quit my job today.
Oh! He's already crying.
So I quit my job today. For those of you that don't know, I was working at Ryan Ridge Potato Farm.
Were you picking potatoes, or were you one of the higher-ups? A potato executive?
Just outside of Antigo, Wisconsin. And,
oh, here we go.
Well, I'll just tell you what I told my boss. I said, if I have to hear the term nigger-rigged, or hear...
Okay, you're not allowed to say that word. As we've learned from social justice warriors, you can't even say that word when quoting someone or talking about how bad that word is. You're pretty much a piece of shit, just like the people you're telling off here.
Just tell you what I told my boss. I said, if I have to hear the term nigger-rigged, or hear Arabic people referred to as towel head one more time, I'm gonna punch someone in the fucking teeth.
Oh, tough guy. Instead, I quit, and now I'm crying in my car. Oh, so you took a completely different route there. Okay. Instead of standing tall and popping that bigot in the mouth, you crumbled and cried. Your mascara's running, princess. If I have to hear that language come out of your mouth again, I'm gonna punch you. Instead, I quit. Why are you so awful? There's some mixed messages going on here.
The 21st century.
Oh, okay, yes, tell it like it is, honey.
It's the 21st century. There's no such thing as niggers, towel heads, or, well, inbred white cracker trash either.
Oh, no, there is such a thing as that last one. For instance, when your 13-year-old daughter gives birth to your baby, and you put Mountain Dew in its bottle because you don't want to be spotted buying formula in the store because your mobile home park incest love story will get out. That's kind of the definition of inbred white cracker trash. Still, you do have a point. There are nicer ways of saying that. Like, you could just say, they're from Louisiana.
There's no such thing as niggers, towel heads, or, well, inbred white cracker trash either. Oh. It's disgusting. I grew up around here, and it makes me ashamed of the people around here. Like, seriously, get over yourselves. The amount of pride and prejudice, I'm like, we're all just human.
Is that the word, prejudice?
We had an Arabic driver come in today.
Uh-oh.
A truck driver. And he walked up and, salam, he came to talk to me and...
Do you think he really said salam? I bet you this white kid said salam first. He just seems like one of those assholes. The Arabic guy was probably like, yeah, hey, what's up?
At the end of the conversation...
He's also like, I'm from Morocco, by the way.
The guy gave me money just to talk to him.
I don't believe this story for a second. All right, so this guy is at work at a potato farm, and a truck driver comes up, I'm guessing to either drop off or pick up potatoes. You know, the guy's doing his job. And you're telling me that he gave you money to talk to him while he's on the clock. Doesn't really make any sense, right?
Salam, he came to talk to me, and at the end of the conversation, The guy gave me money just to talk to him. Just because I was nice. Like, how disgusting is that?
It's really disgusting. He couldn't afford to give you more than $5. It's almost an insult. Or, you're just not a good conversationalist, and I'm listening to you cry. I hope you didn't pull that shit while you were talking to this poor Arabic man.
Take it. He made me take it.
Here, $5. Does that make you feel better?
It just makes me so upset, how disgusting people are. It makes me so ashamed.
Maybe you should get off Facebook Live and start looking for a new job. Because you want employee.
Our type of people. Get over yourselves.
Yeah, I could really say the same to you. You think pretty highly of yourself. Like anyone gives a shit. Oh, God. Pull yourself together.
Anyway, I just need to share.
You're white. Enjoy it. Oh, I clicked on his profile picture because, shirtless. And upon closer inspection, all of his pictures are shirtless. You know why? Because he has scars, like burn scars and stuff. So he's showing them off to be brave. I hate everything about this kid. 1, you shouldn't cry on camera. Don't show your emotions. 2, you should be angry with your boss. Yell at him. Threaten him. 3, you should be ashamed of your body. You're gross. Who wants to see this? No one. I'm just kidding. You look fine. Believe me. I was thinking like, would I trade bodies with him? I mean, he's ripped. And he's not even really that ripped. He just, he's not fat, right? He's tan and, has what appears to be at least a little six-pack going on. But he's got burns all over, right? All over his side, his neck, his back. I want to lick his pussy and his crack.
Oi, pussy. Oi, pussy. Oi,
all
pussy.
right.
Oi,
well,
pussy.
there you go.
Oi, pussy.
All right. Before we get into the news, one more short clip. I love national anthem fails here. We've got a guy performing the national anthem at the High Point Rockers baseball game in North Carolina. Let's see how this goes.
Can you see by the dawn's early light who's...
Oh, no.
Right. Let me hear you, people. Please.
No.
So bright.
Here's the problem. When you get the crowd to sing, you can't understand what they're saying because it's thousands of people. So what he's doing is he's trying to get them to help him say the right words.
Say, can you see?
Yeah!
By the dawn's early light who's... Right. Let me hear you, people. Please.
No.
So bright, beaming, and the...
There we go. No, he got stuck again.
Beaming, and the... the perilous line.
Oh, boy.
O'er the ramparts we were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave fruit through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
take it home, baby.
Yet play o'er the land of the free.
Get up there, get up there.
And the home of the
Ouch.
brave.
That was painful. I feel like we need a bit of a palate cleanser. Let's listen to some good music for once. I, of course, am talking about me singing a cover of Major Tom. 4, 3, 2, 1. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, coming home. Earth below us, drifting. that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted, not fucked up news right now. Not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow? What are you waiting for? Help support this stupidity. When you become a member, you get full access to the entire archive of shows, well over 3,000 programs at this point. Plus, more importantly, every week, we do exclusive shows just for paying freaks. Go to superfreaksideshow.com right now. Sign up. All major credit cards and PayPal accepted. Memberships are only $6.99 a month, even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. Again, when you sign up, you get access to exclusive archives, exclusive new shows, and you're helping to ensure that Distorted View continues on for a long, long time. Other ways to support the show, we've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/DistortedView. You can pledge as little as $1. Starting to do some little personal podcast, and there are some other bonuses over there at Patreon. Again, patreon.com/DistortedView. Okay, 3 very quick stories now. First up, if you saw today's featured image over there at DistortedView.com and SuperFreakSideshow.com, you may wonder what it's all about. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a dick and nuts with the words Trump underneath it. Someone's not a fan of the president. That message and image was mowed into his lawn. It's kind of like crop circles. Well, it's a cock circle, really. An art student ensured Donald Trump got a rather rude reception when he flew into Stansted, I guess over there in the UK. Oh, yeah, he's meeting with the Queen and shit. Ollie Nancaro, I'm sure I mispronounced that, 18, spent the weekend mowing an outline of a penis with the words "Oi Trump" on a field below Air Force One's flight path. He added, "Climate change is real" beneath a picture of a polar bear in a separate field, and said living under the flight path has to have some advantages. He mowed the message in the grounds of his home in Hatfield Heath, Essex, in protest against the president's views on climate change. I didn't include the picture of the mowed polar bear with the words climate change. I had to go with the dick, of course. The Bishop's Stortford High School student, who was today sitting at an A-level exam, I don't know what the fuck that means, said Donald Trump and his denial of climate change are not welcome, and I want him to be fully aware of that when he flies into Stansted. He was given permission to create the statement by his mother, Vanessa, and stepfather, David. Good parenting. He added, "I wanted to make my point, and it seems to have worked. I'll wave to him as he goes over." So if you want to see what this guy mowed into his yard, check it out over there at DistortedView.com and SuperFreakSideshow.com. Speaking of Trump and politics and stuff, there was that minor uproar over the video of Nancy Pelosi speaking, and she sounded all drunk. She's like, "I'll tell you another thing," And come to find out, they slowed down the video. That's something I pull, right? I was just doing that the other day. On YouTube, you slow it down to 0.75% times the speed or whatever. Or half speed. So Trump tweeted that thing about that video of Pelosi. I don't think he created it. That'd be so awesome if Trump hired me to make DV logs, but like just mean-spirited videos making fun of Democrats. I'd do it. I don't have morals. Like that crybaby we featured earlier. I said, stop making fun of them and stop using those words. I'm quitting. There's no such thing as an illegal immigrant. They're human beings! I'm a human being! I'd be creating like compilations of immigrants trying to cross the border and like getting shot and stuff. Put it to the Benny Hill music as they're running and flailing about. Look, I need to pay my bills, and the government pays well. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Oh, my point is, so Trump posted that video of Pelosi sounding drunk. Meanwhile, there's real video of Trump sounding drunk. Isn't it funny? Like, he does all the things he accuses other people of doing. This is there's multiple videos, but this is one of his press conferences. And I don't think he's drunk here. I think he's drugged, maybe. My theory is, like Donald Trump was out of control. He was out of his mind during the election campaign. It was great. He was saying whatever popped in his mind. This is why he got elected, right? People liked what he was saying. My theory, though, is that people in his cabinet or whatever working for him were like, we got to get this guy under control. We need Donald Trump to be subdued. So they slipped him something just to take the edge off, and maybe they miscalculated the dosage or something, and gave him too much Xanax or Ambien or both, or he wears dentures and they were slipping around his head. Take a listen.
Let us rethink old assumptions and open our hearts and minds to possible and possibilities. And finally, I ask the leaders of the region, political and religious.
He sounds like Dick Clark slurring New Year's Eve.
Israeli and Palestinian, Jewish and Christian and Muslim, to join us in the noble quest for lasting peace. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Israel. God bless the Palestinians. And God bless the United States. Thank you very much.
The United States of America. Second story we have for you today, moving right along. Groping, as you may know, is a huge problem in Japan. It's usually older guys groping young girls. It's not elderly women groping businessmen or something. It's, what you would expect. Old, creepy pervs, right? There are signs, warning signs on the subway. Women wear pins in support, or I guess in support of anti-groping, I guess. And there are women-only subway cars or carriages. I don't know what they're called over there. But guys are still at it. Why? Because that pussy is just too hard to resist. The victims are often schoolgirls who are sadly targeted to such an extent that one victim wrote an entire book about her traumatic near-daily experiences. Coming up on tomorrow's Sextastic Tuesday. Thankfully, though, the schoolgirls are becoming more and more vocal at protecting themselves against shakans, the Japanese word for a man who gropes women on trains. A video recently surfaced of a couple of schoolgirls running after a suspected pervert, or chikan, on the platform of the Akabon station in Tokyo's Kita ward, helped out by an older gentleman who was standing on the platform, saw the man running towards him and past him. He stuck his foot out to trip the guy, to slow him down, so the chasing schoolgirls could catch up to him and then, I don't know, administer a beating? I'm not sure what these little 12-year-old girls were going to do to him. Slap him a bit or something. The video, which was filmed on May 28th, begins as passengers can be seen disembarking from a train on platform 5 at the station. A girl can be heard shouting, "Don't run away," just before a man in a suit runs by, which prompts the older man to stick his foot out, tripping the offender and giving the girl some extra time to catch up to him. According to a statement by station operators Japan East Rail, the suspect attempted to escape by heading towards another platform, but he was caught and detained by a rail attendant. Police were called, and one of the girls who was chasing him reported that the man had groped her breasts while they were inside the train. Tokyo Metropolitan Police say the man who was arrested was a salaryman. What the fuck is a salaryman? A man who makes a salary, I guess, in his 1930s. It seems like a term from the 1930s. He himself was in his 30s. He's now been charged with indecent assault against a minor. The suspect has admitted to the charges. News outlets were quick to pick up on the incident, saying that the person who filmed the video was a male student who immediately felt that this might likely be a case of chikan after he heard the girl shouting, "Don't run away." The male student filmed the incident in case video evidence might be needed to catch the culprit, and said there were 3 girls involved at the time, with 2 giving chase, while the other went to look for a station attendant. Earlier this year, a Japanese Twitter user snapped a picture of a man wearing a sticker on the back of his sweater that read, "This person is groping people on the train every day." Apparently, a woman placed the sticker on his back. She either witnessed or was the victim of one of the gropings. So there you go. That's what's happening over there in Japan. Sounds like a good time. Final story we have for you today. A pissed off wife bit her hungover husband's penis in an argument after he refused to join her for breakfast. Well, you know, sometimes when you're hungover, you don't want to eat fucking greasy-ass sausage. Chum Vung, 40, a very feminine, pretty name there, Chung Vung, chomped on his genitals in retaliation for him violently biting her ear. Oh, I thought, you know, she tried to wake him up for breakfast and he just fell back asleep, so she bit his penis. No, he bit first. Yes, he bit her ear. I'm looking at her bloody ear right now. The morning after the pair had indulged in a heavy drinking session. She called out to her husband, Lee Leap, 38, to have some food at their home in Cambodia on Saturday morning, but her husband was suffering a bad hangover and ignored 3 calls from his wife while trying to go back to sleep. His angry wife stormed into his room and tried to drag him out of bed, causing a furious argument. Lie is alleged to have then chomped on his wife's ear. It's probably the closest body part to him. This guy just wanted to sleep. You know, he's not going to full-on wrestle with her. Her head was near his mouth, and he just chomped, right? Yes, Lie is alleged to have chomped on his wife's ear, which caused her to retaliate by plunging her teeth into his penis. She then bit his right testicle, causing severe bleeding, prompting howls of pain from him. You should have just had the goddamn eggs and toast. Concerned neighbors in the village in the Kralon district went to intervene before police arrived at the bloody scene. The husband was rushed to the hospital where medics treated his genital injuries. District Police Chief Colonel Chip Bang. Jesus, these names. Chip Bang. They have chips in Cambodia. Isn't that funny? In a country where Chung Vung is like a normal name, they also have people named Chip. Colonel Chip Bang said officers were called to a domestic disturbance at 8:40 a.m., which started in a fight over breakfast. He added the couple was surrounded by local villagers who reported the altercation to police. They both hit each other, causing injury. Before the incident, the wife had asked her husband, who was sleeping, to come to eat 3 times. Colonel Chip Bang said that when the husband refused to move, the wife resorted to violence. Neither the husband nor the wife wanted to press charges. They belong together. They're good for one another. They blamed the assault on both of them drinking heavily the previous evening. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Monday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. I love to hear from you freaks, and there are many ways to contact me. show@distortedview.com. That's my email address. I'm all over social media at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/DistortedViewShow, and YouTube.com/DistortedViewShow. Soon I will be able to post videos once again on YouTube. I have a few strikes against me. As I said on the Sideshow exclusive podcast, it's either one of two things. Someone wandered in looking for some entertainment, found episodes of Morning Sickness, and did not like what they saw. And so they started to flag every single episode. And 2 of them resulted in strikes. Although, like I said, I don't agree with it. I am appealing this one because there's no nudity being shown, and they're saying that that's the reason why the video was banned, is because there's nudity. What happened in the video, and this was posted years ago, right? It's been posted for 5 years now. I don't know, 4 or 5 years. 6 years maybe. Who knows? 7 years. 12. So I was doing an episode of Morning Sickness. I featured a clip of someone like squeezing the pus out of a pimple or abscess or something. And the abscess or pimple or whatever was on someone's upper thigh. Now, it was a guy. The pimple was close to the ball area, but there was no testicle and no dick show. No dick and nuts. It was clearly a leg still, a thigh. And then he just squirted this white stuff out, and I don't know, maybe it kind of looked like jizz. I don't know, but it wasn't nudity, and anyone could clearly see it. So I'm appealing that decision. Hopefully, my good name will be cleared.
Hello, Tim. This is, Rebel Eating Cat Lady.
Are you drunk?
Windows sister.
What was that? You have no teeth?
I don't have his name yet, but hello. she told me that you like hearing songs and singing songs. So I'm going to sing you a song that I know is very important to you.
Okay.
And just give me a chance, because I never sang the song before. Okay.
Sweet Jesus. What's
I've
happening?
I've never seen you looking so lovely as you did tonight.
Love lady, cat lady.
You shine so bright.
I love you, but
I've never seen.
sometimes I have trouble hearing you when you're talking normally. And I don't know what this voice is. I'm just really confused.
Hey, Tim.
It's like she's like the female Spiral Ham fucker now. I never know what's happening.
Hey, Tim. It's Sideshow Freak and Patreon member Harrison Ford Hater here.
I know that voice now.
Sorry if my last call was too long. You know, it's the first time I re-recorded my voicemail because I thought the previous voicemail was too long, and then it just ended up being the same length.
So now this is a voicemail about the previous voicemail that I didn't play. So this is your third voicemail, right? Your third voicemail, the second one was the good voicemail, but you're worried that one was too long. And then the second voicemail that you just recorded was a redo of your first voicemail. Now, you should know I'm only going to play the third one, so now I'm completely lost. And I have to go back and listen to the second one. Well, how was I supposed to know the second one was the one I was supposed to play in?
Hey, Tim, it's Sideshow Freak and Patreon Freak Harrison Ford Hater here. You're talking about the guy who called 911 because he got onions on his burger from McDonald's, and that he said that he was allergic to the onions. And you were saying that you think that people just lie about being allergic to
Yes, they do. Now, I understand there are some real allergies out there, but I think people lie about it a lot.
That way, when you get your order wrong, you can really freak out on the employee.
Yes!
I'm calling to tell you that I make orders like that. So I am allergic to dairy, and I'm allergic to, milk and eggs. So I can't have like cheese or mayonnaise on like my food when I order. I order a lot of fast food, and I need just plain hamburgers. However, I am also just a picky eater, and I don't like lettuce, tomato, onions, pickles, whatever.
What the fuck do you get on your burger then?
Other shit there is.
Is it just a hamburger patty and a bun?
So when I order my food, I'll talk about my allergies, and I'll imply that I'm also allergic to the lettuce and tomato. And I think I have said before, look, I'm allergic to lettuce.
Yeah, well, that's one thing. I mean, you're allergic to so much other stuff. It's easier just for you to say, look, I'm allergic to all these things, rather than saying, okay, this one I'm really allergic to. This other one I just don't like, so don't put it on. That I can understand. You're not going into the specifics on every fucking item, right? I'm just saying, I think a lot of people say that they're allergic to something so that they make sure that they think the workers will pay a little more attention to making sure they don't put the whatever it is, on their burger they don't want.
Timmy Boo, I go by 6 Big Spurts.
Oh.
Fourth call.
Lovely.
I think I got another option for the gal that wants to handle 7 dudes. Okay, we got one in the mouth, one in the pussy,
yes,
one in the ass.
Yes.
She could do 2 more with her hands.
Okay.
We're up to...
Those aren't exactly holes, but okay.
Right. And we got titty fucking. That's 6. And then...
now, if Jesus were taking these dicks, I think we could accept the hands, right? Because he had them nailed to the cross, right?
Sharon Haley's comment say foot job. Okay,
that's... Try fucking Jesus in his palm, where, just really work that nail hole open.
7. And then she wants to handle 7 guys. How about she throws a strap-on and fucks one of them?
Okay, well,
that's 8.
That's a spin.
Maybe we didn't think that she's not just a taker. Maybe she's a giver. All right.
Well, that is a thought I don't want to think about, but all right. Let's do one more voicemail here.
Hey, Tim. I got a serious question for you, buddy. What are your thoughts on, sucking some dick? I mean, I'm not talking, some petty-ass just-a-tip shit. I'm talking, full-on, swallowing the balls and all. I mean, I'm talking,
I'm not good at any of it.
Dick, giving the guy a goddamn circumcision, right?
Yeah.
I need to know your thoughts. Please,
I'm a fan of it.
Let me get some thoughts on that. Right?
But I'm not.
Thanks, man.
I can't. I'm not good at anything.
Hey, Tony, you're fucking...
What was that? He started screaming at someone named Tony at the end there. Yeah, I wish I was better at that stuff. I just wallow in mediocrity. I need that grapefruit lady to give me some tips. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the show. Want you guys to email me, show@thisnotme.com. TheStoryView.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you. 206-666-4463. That's 206-660-GOD. Is it?
And God bless the United States.
Brand the Distortion. STD. Tell all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes. Remember, tomorrow's show is Sideshow exclusive. If you want to hear it, you got to sign up. Go to superfreaksideshow.com right now for all the deets. Otherwise, I will see you back on Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Oh.
Crime for nigga dick.
Yeah. Now hold your heels.